Hey everybody, welcome back. Wanted to start off today with a good thing. So for me, my good thing has been kind of centered around running. I know I talk about that a lot during the year, but during shelter in place, running has really been the thing that's been keeping me going. Um, every morning I'm able, I have like a little block of time when I can get out and just run. And it's felt great. And I have really been thinking about that video that I shared with you guys last week, and how, like, really kind of priming the physical side of my pump is making the emotional side of my kind of life sustaining generator in Spaceship Me function that much better. And so I kind of feel balanced and good because I have control over that physical activity, and it's just making everything else like work for me right now. This morning I did a virtual race. It was a half marathon, and I got my best time ever for a half marathon. So that was kind of a surprise. And when I finished, the first thing I thought about was, again from that video, was the mission. The mission objective is to come back to life better than when we left. And that felt pretty concrete, was like having a best time that was better than before. Felt like I was on mission. So anyway, I wanted to share those things, and do your best to try to prime your pump and have a good, stable Spaceship Me moving forward. Let's talk about our objectives for this week. Our objectives for this week are really our objectives from last week. We're kind of slowing things down. We're basically a month left in the school year, and I'm not really trying to introduce any new material that I'm going to grade you on moving forward. So what I really want you to do is focus on the things from last week. Make sure that your life is in order, that you are living your best balanced life so that you can achieve that mission of coming back better than when you left. And then get your grades in order. So for this class, that really means like going back and making sure that you have retaken and done as well as you can on all of the assessments that we've done this semester. So in last week's agenda, I really outlined all the details for you. So go back and look at that if you need some guidance, or send me a message if you're not sure what to do. Also moving forward, well, on grades. So you've heard about the grading policy, and let's talk about how that will affect you in this class. Basically, if you have the grade that you want right now, you shouldn't turn in more work. Like, I'm not going to do anything to your grade that is going to bring you down, but you don't have a whole lot of motivation other than to be a great participant. So I do encourage you to participate. And if you turn in something where the grade is lower than what you had, or it actually negatively impacts you, I won't count it. So you're only moving up right now. So keep that in mind. Keep kind of like working up the mountain to get the best you can. But if you are going to go with the credit, no credit option, and you're already there, well, that's awesome. If you're going for the grading option, then you should really be looking at those assessments and ways of getting your grade up as high as you can, for the highest letter grade possible. Now, of course, you have other classes too, so whatever choice you make is going to be for all of your classes, not just for physics. So keep that in mind when you're thinking about that. The deadline for making your decision on what grading option you want to use is this week. So make sure you click on the link from the communications that have been sent home from the school, and choose the one that works best for you. If you need more advice on that, feel free to send me a message and I can let you know what I think, what I would do if I were in your shoes. Let's see. So what work do we have to do this week? Again, improve your grade, do the work from last week, anything you can do. I'm going to start rolling out some questions, some videos, kind of like we've done, but also some more interesting stuff, some video clips that don't have me in them, some whatever I can find around our last topic of the year, which is communication technology. which is really broad and very interesting. So I'm not asking you to like shut down and not pay attention to this class anymore. To the contrary, we're going to be looking at some really interesting stuff that I think you will find interesting just for the sake of understanding it. Um, Communication technology. So we're talking about like how does radio, TV, the internet, your cell phone, how do those things work, right? Wouldn't that be cool to have a greater insight into how those things work? And then maybe like those are would definitely be great things to know about for a possible future career that will pay you big money because they're not going anywhere. But it is definitely an area that has evolved a lot over time. I know my grandfather back during World War II was kind of on the front edge of this when he was in the Army, in the Army Corps of Engineers, in the Signal Corps, making a communications base in the Philippines as an electrical engineer. To go from what they were doing there, where they were just being able to send messages and um, that the Nazis couldn't and the Japanese couldn't read to each other to help win the war, to where we are now, where we have all the information on Earth at our fingertips all the time, is pretty remarkable. So stay tuned. Information will be coming out, and I definitely encourage you to follow along and soak all of that in. But as far as like graded work that you need to do to get your grade up, look at last week's agenda and take the necessary steps to do the best you can. All right, I hope everybody's doing well. Please add to our good things board. I want to know what you guys are doing, what's good. Send me a message anytime. I'd love to hear from you guys. I miss you terribly, really. And I can't wait to see you all again for real in the fall. All right, take care.